I'm about to do your Cancer October 2021 love reading, and in this reading we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Cancer, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Cancer love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Cancer tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Cancer love reading today, because today we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. So whoever it is that you're romantically involved with, or romantically thinking about, or just romantically energetically connected to in some way, we're going to take a look at what's going on between the two of you, and I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in October 2021. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Cancer, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, this is a general reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. Instead, I'm tapping into the collective energy of the group of Cancer people that I'm supposed to be getting messages for, which really just means there's no possible way this reading's going to resonate with every single Cancer on the planet, because I'm not reading for every Cancer on the planet. Now, it's also important to keep in mind in general readings like this that energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers. So if you're not a Cancer and you're just watching this reading because you're involved with a Cancer or interested in a Cancer and you want to find out what's going on between the two of you, I'm totally cool with that. But just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards. So you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still probably want to check the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos in the description down below, along with information on getting a personal reading with me if that's something that you're interested in. But enough yakking, let's get on with this Cancer October 2021 love reading, and let's start by getting one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Cancer and their romantic person of interest in October 2021, please. Let's get one card, thank you. Now let's get 3 cards for you, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them here in October 2021? Let's get one, never mind, there it is. Now let's get 3 cards for your person, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer's romantic person of interest as it relates to Cancer and the connection between them in October 2021, please? We got one screaming at me right here. I'm taking it. I think that one went first, really. Let's get one more for what's going on with Cancer's person as it relates to Cancer and their connection in October 2021, please. Let's get one more for Cancer's person, please. Thank you. Well, on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups is Scorpio energy. This is the card of the past. So this is about reminiscing about the past, thinking about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be. This can represent someone from your past making a comeback. This usually represents a pretty deep emotional connection, but it's usually something related to the past here. Right under this 6 of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is fears, worries, anxiety. This is thinking about something a lot, not being able to quiet your mind, not being able to get your mind to shut up about whatever it is you're thinking about, and doing all that thinking with a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety behind your thinking. And usually this means that you're thinking about something to the point that it's to your detriment. It's actually starting to physically stress you out. probably something related to the past here that's on your mind, and you're getting stressed out about it. We have a Queen of Swords right under that. This is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. Now, the Queen of Swords, she'll offer to let you speak your truth. The problem is she already knows the truth. So the truth you speak to the Queen of Swords had better match the truth she already knows, or she's going to use the sword to cut you. So this is an energy of speaking the truth about something. It's also an energy of cutting off things or people that no longer serve you, that are no longer in your best interests. Looks like that happened at some point in the past. We've got Judgment right under that. This is about passing your own final verdict and judgment on something. Like already knowing the truth, making a decision based on the truth, and kind of off with their head type of a decision here. So there was some sort of a severing, a decision made to end something here in the past. And it looks like that's still on your mind, or on your person's mind, or possibly on both of your minds. Now that's the overall energy. The mutual point of interest is shared energy between the two of you. So either Cancer, you've said or done something, and now your person's thinking, feeling, or acting this way, or vice versa. They've said or done something, and now you're thinking, feeling, or acting this way. But more often than not, this is shared energy that is somehow affecting both of you. And the mutual point of interest for you guys in October 2021 is the King of Wands. Now this is Sagittarius energy, sometimes Leo energy. This is a very bold, passionate, fiery, determined energy. Someone who knows exactly what they want, and they go after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination. The King of Wands doesn't take no for an answer. He doesn't accept excuses. He doesn't accept defeat or obstacles being in his way. He's the type of person that will move mountains to get what he wants. Usually, if this is representing a person, this is representing someone who has a lot of passion and desire. Now, this is mutual energy affecting you both. So one or both of you has a lot of passion and desire for the other one. Could be a very strong sexual attraction. There could be some desire between the two of you, and one or both of you is still thinking about and worried about something that happened in the past. Let's clarify this and find out what's going on. Why is this King of Wands here as the mutual point of interest in Cancer and their romantic person of interest? Okay, get back in here. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is a card of work. It's about putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy, trying to get what you want, or at least being willing to put in the work, time, effort, and energy on something. There's definitely a lot of passion and desire between the two of you, possibly a very strong sexual attraction. I still can't shake the feeling that there was a severing in your connection at some point in the past, and it's still on your mind a lot on both ends of this here. Both of you looking like you're having a desire to put in the work and the effort on this. Right under that, right below the surface of that desire and that wanting to put in the effort, we have the Five of Cups. This is more Scorpio energy. This is about sadness and remorse about the past. It's about where your focus is. Your focus being on these three cups that have been spilled, all the love and emotions that have been spilled out, all the time, effort, and energy here that's been spilled out and wasted. This is about where your focus is. And if you're focused on the past, you're both going to feel the way you felt in the past. If you're focused on something that you feel like you've lost, you're going to feel that loss. And if you focus on something that you don't think you have in your life right now, you're going to feel that gap in your life. So this is about controlling your focus. And right now, both of you have your focus in the past, focusing on something that you've lost, but still having this desire for each other, still having like at least the willingness to want to put the work in on this. Now, to clarify this King of Wands, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. A lot of pentacles out here, a lot of earth energy out here. The Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is a period of pausing to reflect and take stock of the situation that you're both finding yourselves in, take stock of this connection. And what you guys are doing is looking at the seeds that have been planted between the two of you, and you're both trying to decide, is this going to grow into the 10 of Pentacles that we both really want? Is this worth putting in all my time, effort, and energy on this? Is this worth investing in, or maybe reinvesting in? Is this going to pan out the way that I want it to, or is it not? And maybe it's time for me to just cut my losses and move on. So this represents that period of time where both of you are pausing to reflect on and like ask yourself those types of questions. Next, we have this Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is a very grounded, stable, abundant, prosperous, nurturing type of an energy. This is a mothering energy. This is who you would build that 10 of Pentacles around. This is who would manage that, manage the assets and resources of the home life. This has a lot to do with stability and growth in terms of like managing the family and the home life. Trying to decide, is this where I should be putting all my investments, where I should be putting in all my work and effort on that. And in the background is having those doubts, having like the thinking about the past and feeling those types of feelings, those negative, lower vibrational feelings. Final card we have to clarify the King of Wands is the Empress. This is a very similar energy to this Queen of Pentacles. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She represents all four queens rolled up into one person. So she is actually the gateway between the universe or the divine and this physical 3D reality that we live in. So anytime someone's manifesting something new, all new things get birthed into our reality via the Empress. She's the gateway which all of that stuff comes through. So she represents the birth of something new here. So both of you thinking about whether this is worth putting in the work, thinking about the past, thinking about the severing, the judgment that occurred in the past. Wow, right under this Judgment card, I have the Queen of Coins. This deck calls them coins. The other deck I'm clarifying with calls them pentacles. They're the same thing. So now we've got the Queen of Pentacles out here twice, and right under that is the Seven of Coins, which is the very first clarifier that's out here. It's Seven of Pentacles. So I got two of the same cards showing up here. You're a water sign, so I don't know if this is an aspect of your personality, an aspect of the way your person is viewing you, or vice versa, an aspect of their personality and the way you're viewing them, or if this is another queen entirely, another feminine energy entirely. Hopefully this becomes more clear as we go along, but we do have an Ace of Cups right under that. A new beginning in love and emotions. Very, very interesting. But it's looking like both of you still having some desire to work on this. Both of you gone through a period of time where you're reflecting on, is this worth it or not? Is this getting me the stability and the stable, happy home life that I want? Is this worth birthing something new here or rebirthing this connection? That's the mutual energy between the two of you for October 2021, Cancer. Your energy is the Page of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Coins. So we've got two pages out here in your energy. Out of the court cards, pages, knights, queens, and kings, the pages are the least developed. Now, they are messengers, so they represent news and messages, communication. This one is also an energy of someone who's trying to learn something, trying to figure something out, doing their due diligence, studying something, trying to figure something out. This can represent like you keeping tabs on your person, like checking out their social media pages, driving past their house, trying to figure out what's going on with them so you can see if this is worth putting in the work on. This could just represent communication between the two of you, speaking the truth about something. So tell me more about this Page of Swords for Cancer, please. Why is the Page of Swords here for Cancer? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is the happy fairy tale ending card. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. This is like two people being together in a very happy union where everyone is loved, everyone is appreciated, happy home life, happy fairy tale ending here. So it's almost like you're trying to figure out how to get to this 10 of Cups, how to get this happy fairy tale ending, possibly how to rebirth this connection. Yeah, how to get from this wherever you are to this 10 of Cups and the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. This is a card of commitment. This is about taking things to the next level from wherever they're currently at. So if you guys are apart, this would be about getting back together. If you have just recently gotten back together, this would be like advancing the commitment, taking it to the next step. A lot of times this is referred to as the marriage card. So this can represent engagements, marriages, or just taking things to a new level of commitment. And it looks like you have an opportunity to do that. It's possible that you're communicating with your person or receiving communications from your person about exactly that. This Ace of Pentacles is a practical, tangible opportunity presenting itself to you. This is the seed that has the potential to grow into that 10 of Pentacles that we've talked about, that maximum stability and abundance and the happy, stable home life. Now, it's not the 10 of Pentacles in and of itself. It just has the potential to get there. In order to get there, you got to grab this thing. You got to grab this opportunity and do something with it. You got to put in the time, the effort, the energy, the work required to get from the seed to the full-blown 10, which looks like what we're waiting on to happen right now. Possibly trying to balance this connection out. The Six of Pentacles is more Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's generosity, reciprocity. Like you scratch my back and I'll scratch your back. This is equal give and take. So it could be that you're trying to figure out how to balance this connection back out, how to rebirth it, how to get to a new level of commitment. And you might have an opportunity to do that. But then there's still this whole you thinking about the past with all the fear and worry and anxiety behind it, and kind of stressing yourself out based on something that happened in the past. And it looks like that could have been some sort of a severing of this connection here, some decision being made, possibly involving a Capricorn. Now, to clarify this Page of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. Now, typically in a love relationship reading, swords are not such a great energy to have. We're clarifying a Page of Swords, and I got two swords in the clarifiers here. Now, this Ace of Swords is the sword of victory. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of clarity. This is also the sword you would use to make some sort of a decision with. Now, the word decision, the Latin word that word comes from, literally means to cut off, as in to cut off all other options and be left with only one option. That's how you make an actual decision. It could be you're trying to figure out how to make a decision, or you're trying to figure out how to speak your truth about something here, or trying to figure the whole situation out to get some clarity on it. This type of an energy here where you're thinking about the past and fearful and worried and anxious, this is not exactly a clarity type of an energy. So you could be trying to figure out what's going on to get some clarity here so that you can make a decision. But the next card to clarify that Page of Swords is the Four of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is a card of emotional discontentment, like not being fully happy with what you have here. These three cups that you have just aren't really cutting it for you. So much so that you're daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that you believe might bring you more happiness, more fulfillment. Now, this can sometimes represent that a love offer is already on the table between the two of you, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air. This can also represent you thinking about making a love offer to your person, but just haven't done so yet, possibly out of fear of being rejected or fears and worries about something that happened in the past, still like reflecting on that and trying to figure out, is this the right decision to make? Should I cut my losses and move on, or should I try and put the work in on this? The final card to clarify the Page of Swords is the King of Swords. Now this is Gemini energy. This is a chief decision-making type of an energy here. This is someone who's very smart, very logical, very rational and reasonable, usually someone who's also very fair. The problem with the King of Swords is that he is emotionally detached. He doesn't consult his emotions when he's making his decisions. He's only interested in the truth and the facts of the matter. He doesn't give a shit about the emotions or the story behind what's going on or the story that he's being told. He's only interested with what he can see right in front of him, the truth and the facts, and he's going to make the best, most logical, most rational, most fair decision for everyone involved based on the truth and the facts. So it's like you're trying to figure something out. Again, this Page of Swords can be related to the truth and communicating and news and messages about the truth. Trying to figure something out so that you can make a decision here. Looks like about trying to get commitment back in this connection, having an opportunity to do that, or trying to decide if this is an opportunity to balance something out in this connection here. Now, the next card in your energy for October 2021, Cancer, is the Ten of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This represents a heavy burden that you've been carrying here. Now, it's also a 10, and in tarot, 10s are completions, so it represents the completion of some heavy burden that you've been carrying, as in, hopefully you're getting to the spot now where you can lay this burden down and move on without it. So tell me more about this Ten of Wands for Cancer, please. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Okay, we're going to take an extra card. Oh, we're going to take 2 extra cards, it looks like. I see. On the bottom of the deck, there's that 8 of Pentacles again. Virgo energy, card of work, putting in the work on something, or being willing to put the work in on something. Put in the time, effort, and energy to get what it is that you want. And again, right under the surface of that willingness to put the work in, looks like the thing that's burdening you is the past, and having fears and worries about the past, having sadness and remorse about the past, and all the love and emotions that were spilled, all the time, effort, and energy that was spilled out and wasted. But notice right behind this person on the card are 2 upright cups, 2 full cups. The 2 of Cups, which is a love connection between 2 people. His focus just isn't on what he has, it's on what he doesn't have anymore. It's focused on something that he's lost or missing, and not on what he has. So this, we saw the opportunity, that Ace of Pentacles when I clarified the Page of Pentacles, that practical, tangible opportunity being handed to you by the universe. If you don't control your focus, you could totally miss that opportunity here. And that would probably be a pretty heavy burden. Now, to clarify this Ten of Wands heavy burden, I got the King of Pentacles, the Star, the Ten of Wands again, the Moon, and the Hierophant again. So this King of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy. This is someone who usually has their finances in order, their material assets in order, their resources in order. This is someone who's good at managing assets and resources. Usually someone who's involved in a business in some way, whether they own a business or they're an independent contractor, or someone who has like a managerial role or an authority position in a business. This is someone who's good at building empires. He's actually who would build that 10 of Pentacles that we all want. And he would do that with his Queen of Pentacles. He would build things around her, and they would work together as equals to build and manage that 10 of Pentacles. Got both of the cards out here on the table. So this represents a power couple. This represents like counterparts, like 2 cards that are supposed to be together. For me, usually represents 2 people who were probably supposed to be together. So this looks like you being, this is also about stability here, like stability of the home and like financial stability, and being willing to put in the work on that. This could be a way that you're viewing your person. You could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Actually, you could be dealing with any sign. This is a general reading, so it's almost impossible to pin that down because there are literally tens of thousands of people that watch this reading. So I'm just going to call out all the ones that prominently stick out to me. But this is Virgo energy. Next, to clarify that 10 of Wands heavy burden, we have the Star. This is Aquarius energy. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. It's sometimes a card of wish fulfillment. Now, this is also card 17 of the Major Arcana, the card that comes immediately after the Tower. So you never make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind first. So when the Tower happens and everything comes crumbling down all around you, that can leave a big cloud of smoke. And it's really hard to see your path moving forward when there's a big cloud of smoke in your way. Well, this is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the path for you so you can see your way moving forward. It's where your hope comes from. It's where your healing comes from. Now, in a love reading, this can also signify like divine guidance, or that you're viewing your person as the one for you, or you're viewing your person as a gift to you from the universe. I mean, the King of Pentacles is not a joke of an energy. This is a really good energy, so you could be having a really high view of your person right here, being burdened about whether or not this can be healed, whether you can maintain the hope long enough to heal this. I think that's what your burden is, because the next card we have to clarify that 10 of Wands is the 10 of Wands. More Sagittarius energy. Anytime I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card as one of the clarifiers, that's the universe going, dude, I done told you this is a heavy burden for Cancer. They've been carrying this burden and it's time for them to put that burden down. The next card to clarify the 10 of Wands is the Moon. Now, this can also represent fears, worries, and anxieties, just like this 9 of Swords laying right under the card of the past can represent. This can also represent something being hidden in the dark from you, as in something that you can't see, some secret being kept, or just something that you don't really have all the answers to, and it's causing you to have some fears and worries. The little pathway right here in the center of this card, and the 2 towers going like on either side of that path, this represents that even though you can't see your way moving forward, going exactly the way you're going right now, you should continue on your path anyway. Don't let the fact that you can't see what's going on deter you from your path. But it's definitely feeling like there's something maybe that you feel like you're unaware of, or that you don't have all the answers to, which could be why I'm seeing you in this Page of Swords energy of trying to figure something out, trying to get some clarity here about what to do with this love connection, whether or not to accept the cup of love that's been offered to you, or whether or not to make that love offer yourself. Trying to make some decision about that. But then the final card we have to clarify the 10 of Wands is the Hierophant. We've already seen this card, Taurus energy. It's a card of commitment. It's about taking things to the next level. What it's feeling like is you're burdened right now because you're very unclear about what to actually do. You have some hope here, but between your hope and healing this and knowing what, being able to see your path, there's a heavy burden here. Between the Star and the Hierophant is the heavy burden in not being able to see where you're going right now. Not quite sure how you're going to get there. The final card in your energy for October 2021, Cancer, is the Page of Coins. Again, pages are messengers, so this is news and messages of some practical, tangible opportunity being presented to you. A lot of times for me, this represents planning for the future. Tell me more about the Page of Coins for Cancer, please. Why is the Page of Coins here for Cancer in October 2021? Got one flip over here somewhere. Where'd you go? Got you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Card 0 of the Major Arcana. Very first card of the Major Arcana. Very first card of the tarot deck. That 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything all at the same time. This is about taking the blind leap of faith on something. This is about you not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before you take the first step. It's about you not needing to know what the final outcome is going to be before you take the first step. It's about just having the blind faith to say screw it and leap off the cliff and figure out how to grow wings while you're on your way down. It's about just going for it and figuring out what to do as you move along here. Which again is kind of what I alluded to when I was telling you the other meaning for the moon card. Like, you can't quite see your path. You don't know what all the steps are. You don't know exactly where you're going here, but you're being encouraged to not let that pull you off your path. Just go for it here. That's the burden that you need to lay down, it looks like. Right under this Fool, I have the Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. We got something from the past that you're thinking about. The Five of Cups here. Now I've got the Five of Pentacles. I think that's what you have the fears and worries and anxieties about. I think at some point in the past, there was a severing in this connection. Some decision was made to end this connection at some point in the past. And there's that Queen of Pentacles here, which is the center card in the clarifiers for the mutual energy. It's the counterpart for this King of Pentacles in the heavy burden that you're carrying here. So I'm thinking you were together with this person at some point in the past, and they abandoned you, they walked away from you, they cast you aside, they left you out in the cold. This is a breakup card for me. And I think that is the thing that's in the back of your mind that's preventing you from taking the leap of faith here. But then right under that, we've got that Ace of Pentacles again, that opportunity. And again, we're clarifying the Page of Pentacles, news and messages of some practical, tangible opportunity. That is what he's carrying. That is the opportunity. The seed that has the potential to grow into the Ten of Pentacles. And again, I've seen you in this contemplative state. Is this going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles I want? Or should I cut my losses and move on? You're trying to figure that out here. And it looks like you're trying to plan for the future about whether or not you can take this leap of faith based on what happened in the past. To clarify the Page of Coins, I have the Magician, I have the Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So the Magician is card 1 of the major arcana. So we're going from card 0 to card 1. To me, that feels like progress. This is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the tarot deck. It's someone who has all the tools, abilities, resources, intelligence, everything he needs to create the world around him to be in alignment with what his will desires. This is about, as above, so below. This is about reaching into the energies of the universe and pulling that down to earth and using it to manifest the world that you want in all levels. He's got all 4 aces on the table in front of him. The Pentacles, which represent the material world assets. The Cups, which represents love and emotions and relationships. The Swords, the thoughts, the truth, the communications. And the Wands, the passion, the desire, the inspiration. So he's got everything he needs to manifest the world that he wants. So this is telling me that you're trying to plan for the future and you are actively manifesting something that you want for the future. I've seen the Eight of Pentacles twice where you're willing to put the work in, the time, effort, and energy to get what it is you want. Now I've got you like wanting to take the leap of faith, but the thing that's in the background of that is this abandonment, the breakup that happened. And I think that's got you at this Two of Wands energy. This is Aries energy. Twos are about decisions. This is a crossroads. This is a fork in the road. It's a decision point. And it's a decision about which path leads you to the world that you actually want. The world that you're trying to create for yourself. And which path do you need to leave behind in order to get there? So far, the options that I've seen for what could be left behind are this person that's in the reading with you, or this heavy burden that you've been carrying. And it looks like you're going to have to let go of something here. And you're at that decision point right now. The final card to clarify that Page of Coins is the Four of Swords. This is Libra energy. This is an energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It's about choosing to go inside yourself and heal something. Excuse me. Or it's about choosing to go internal, to do some thinking about something so you can figure out what to do moving forward from here. It's like you realize you're at this fork in the road. I either got to move on and take the leap of faith on my own based on what happened in the past, or I got to let the past go, heal that, and move forward from here. I'm just not sure if you've reached that decision point yet. I don't think you have yet, but it looks like you're trying to get clarity on what to do. Now that's your energy. Let me scoot this over a little bit and get some more room. That's your energy for October 2021, Cancer. Well, let's take a look at your person's energy. Well, hey, come here. Because they have the Three of Wands, the Hermit, and the Hanged Man. Now, the Three of Wands is Aries energy. We just saw the Two of Wands in your energy, that decision point about which path leads me to the world I want and which path do I leave behind. Well, in the Three of Wands, this person has already chosen the path that leads them to the world they want. They've already actively started taking steps down that path. This is about being at the beginning stages of manifesting what it is that their will desires. It just hasn't actually manifested itself into the physical 3D reality yet. It hasn't been birthed into reality yet. They're still waiting on it to show up. But this is also about having that positive expectancy that the path that they've chosen and the thing that they're trying to manifest is actually going to show up. It's just not here yet, and they're waiting on it. So tell me more about this Three of Wands for Cancer's person, please. What? Okay. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. So we've got two threes here, and we've also got the three of the major arcana, the High Priestess here, or excuse me, the Empress here in the mutual energy between the two of you. This Three of Swords represents heartbreak and sadness. Now, a lot of times it's from a third energy, which means it's not your energy, Cancer, it's not your person's energy, so some other energy. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it was a romantic third party, although it could mean that. But anything that we humans do enough of will create its own energy. Hell, even being in a connection with somebody will create a third energy. There'll be your energy, their energy, and the energy of the connection. So this could represent literally anything. I mean, it could be working too much. It could be playing too many video games. It could be nosy neighbors or nosy family members sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. This could also be a romantic third party. It could be a whole bunch of different stuff. But something caused some heartbreak and sadness in this connection. Looks like it caused a severing of the connection here with that Queen of Swords and the Judgment card. And now your person is waiting on something related to that. Ooh, it looks like because of this Three of Swords, heartbreak and sadness, there's also this Five of Wands. This is Leo energy. Fives are conflict. Wands are about passion and desire. So this is a conflict in the desires, like an internal conflict where a piece of your person wants this one thing and another piece of them wants this opposite thing, and they're pulling themselves in multiple different directions at the same time, playing like an internal game of tug of war with themselves. Can't quite make their mind up about what they want to do here, possibly because of the heartbreak that happened in the past when this thing was severed. It's possible because there was another person involved in this connection. We've got the Queen of Wands right under that. This is usually Aries or Leo energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person. The counterpart to this King of Wands, very similar energy. She's also someone who knows exactly what she wants and she goes after it. She's very intuitive, is represented by the black cat. This is usually someone who's very good looking, sexy, the life of the party, fun to be around, but someone who knows what they want and goes after it. Doesn't really take no for an answer. This is so... Your person's waiting on something. They've made their decision, but they're waiting on something to happen. And right under this heartbreak and sadness, there's an internal conflict in their desires, which means that a piece of them wants multiple different things that aren't in alignment with each other. But then this is someone who's very clear on what it is that they want, which doesn't really jive together. It doesn't really go together. If you're clear on what it is that you want, you're not internally conflicted. You're the opposite of that. So it's making me wonder if there's more than one person involved here. I've got 2 pages on your side. I've got 2 kings on your side. I've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress here. 2 different feminine energies. And in the story on the bottom of the deck for the overall energy, I had the Queen of Swords, Judgment, and the Queen of Coins. So and now, like in the clarifiers for this 3 of Wands for your person, I'm seeing 2 pages again. So it's entirely possible that there is a third party. Although I didn't really see anything that alluded to that on your side, other than the moon, which is the potential that something's hidden in the dark. Now I've got the High Priestess here, she who knows. This represents the unconscious mind, the intuition, your connection to your person's connection to spirit, source. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she's got access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She literally sees and knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff that we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't need to know until we need to know it, at which point she clues you in through your intuition, through signs or synchronicities or gut feelings or dreams with messages. So she by herself can represent like something that's not revealed yet, something that your person doesn't know about. Or it could just represent that they're having divine guidance toward you, or having gut feelings or intuitive hits about you. Now in a love reading, this can also represent that as far as your person is looking at this, they're viewing this connection with you as deeper than just something physical or deeper than just something emotional. They're viewing it as a much stronger connection than that. But right under that is still this 5 of Cups, the sadness and remorse about the past. It's about them too being focused on the love and emotions that were spilled out between the 2 of you, and not being focused on the connection or the pieces of the connection that are still there. It looks like both of you guys have your focus on the past, which again is the overall energy of the reading. Right under that is this 9 of Swords, fears, worries, and anxieties about it. Thinking about the past so much that it's stressing you out, and not being sure whether or not to put the work, the time, effort, and energy into this or not. I'm not 100% sure what your person's waiting on, though. Yeah, I kind of am now. We got to clarify this 3 of Wands, this energy of your person waiting on something with this positive expectancy that what they're waiting on is actually going to show up. We have the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, and Judgment. Now this Page of Cups represents news and messages of love and emotions. This can represent the expressing of feelings. So your person could be waiting on you to express your feelings. Your person could be waiting on you to offer this cup of love. Your person could have offered you a cup of love and you haven't accepted it or rejected it yet. That could be part of your burden. That could be what you're at the crossroads about. Do I accept this or do I not accept this? Your person could be waiting on news and messages related to that cup of love, or waiting on an apology, or waiting on you to express your emotions to them because they're heartbroken and internally conflicted. And right under the conflict, they have all this passion and desire for you. The next card to clarify the 3 of Wands is the Page of Swords. Now that was the very first card out in your energy. Again, this is news and messages. This is communication. So it looks like your person is waiting to find out some information about you, and whether or not they can make a love offer to you, or whether or not you're going to accept their love offer, or whether or not you're going to send them a love offer. But this is an energy of them thinking about it and trying to figure it out. Possibly checking out your social media pages, scoping out your Facebook, driving past your house, asking people about you, trying to figure something out about you while they're waiting. And it looks like the communications that they're waiting on here are related to judgment. Again, we already saw that judgment card in the story on the bottom of the deck for the overall energy. Fears and worries about the past, some severing that occurred, some judgment that was passed in the past. Probably the ending of the connection between the two of you, at least on some level. It doesn't look completely severed. You're probably broken up, but they're waiting on this. Now, the other meaning for judgment, I don't think they're waiting to hear the final news that yes, this is dead and over. The other meaning for this is reconciliation. You can see the angel is blowing on the horn, resurrecting the dead. She's calling the dead back to life, bringing it back from the grave and transforming it in a way that it's never going to be the same again. So I'm thinking your person is waiting on you to talk to them about bringing this connection back. Now, the next card in your person's energy for October 2021, Cancer, is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. This is a card of withdrawal, isolation. This is about something happening that forced your person to withdraw inside themselves. It forced them to go internal, to do some soul searching, to do some deep inner reflection, some deep contemplation, trying to figure out how to move forward from here. It's about taking a look inside the shadows of their own self, trying to figure out what's going on inside of them so they can figure out how to move forward from here. Tell me more about this Hermit for Cancer's person, please. Why is the Hermit here? Let's get two more on this Hermit, please. Why is the Hermit here for Cancer's person? Okay, thank you. Got one flip. Where'd you go? On the bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. Again, fives are conflict. This is a conflict in their thinking or a conflict in communications. This can be bickering, arguing, fighting. This is usually some big fight, some big argument. A lot of times this can be the thing that causes a relationship to be severed. This is a painful situation, like a mentally and psychologically painful situation. Now, this can also represent things like a winning at all costs type of a mentality, where a person who is, you can see the guy on the card, he's got all the swords. He's got this smug look on his face, this smile, because he's victorious, he won everything, and these other two people are walking away with nothing. Their face buried in their hands, crying, upset. They've thrown their swords down and walked away because this guy's not playing fair. So this can represent an energy of like not really giving a damn what happens to somebody else as long as he gets what he wants. I don't really feel that from this person's energy though. This feels more like a painful situation happened between the two of you. There was probably an argument, probably a fight, which led to the severing. And I think that is the thing that put your person into hermit mode. It caused them to withdraw inside themselves and do some soul searching, trying to figure out what to do moving forward. Yeah, they're withdrawn inside themselves, trying to figure out how to get out of this pain and rebalance this connection back out. Taurus energy, balance, generosity, reciprocity, equal give and take, trying to balance this back out. Yeah, after the Five of Pentacles. Being cast aside, being left out in the cold. This is a breakup card. So there was a fight between the two of you. And this person was abandoned and left out in the cold, it looks like. Now again, general reading, energies can get reversed. It's entirely possible that for you or some other Cancer watching that there was a fight and they left you out in the cold. I don't know. Take it however it resonates for you. But it's looking like your person is in hermit mode over some fight, over some ending of the connection. To clarify the Hermit, Page of Wands, Five of Cups, Three of Cups. So I've got now the third page in your person's energy here. This Page of Wands, again, they're messengers, news and messages of passion and desire. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool card that we saw in your energy. It's a lot more toned down than the Fool. The Fool just throws all caution to the wind. He doesn't think about it. He's like, you know what, screw it, and he just jumps off the cliff, and he'll worry about it on the way down. This is more toned down. This is about having the willingness to take the very first steps down a new path towards something your person has a lot of passion and desire for. This could still be your person wanting to communicate with you about all the passion and desire that they have for you. Again, this King of Wands is the mutual point of interest, so they definitely still have a lot of passion and desire for you. And they're still in this contemplative state, trying to figure out how to restabilize this, how to birth this again. So if your person hasn't already started communicating with you, if that's what they're waiting on, is waiting to start communicating with you, that is definitely coming in October. Now the next card to clarify that Hermit card is the Five of Cups. We've already seen this on your side. We've seen it on their side too. Sadness and remorse about the past. I've got the Five of Swords here and the Five of Pentacles here. I've got a lot of conflict that took place. I've even got the Hierophant on your side. We saw it twice. That's the Five of the Major Arcana. And we did see the Five of Wands in your person's energy where they're internally conflicted about something. So there's a lot of conflict going on either between you or inside of your person. But your person definitely has sadness and remorse about the past. That's part of what they're doing internally when they're in hermit mode here. Focusing on what they've lost. And it looks again like they're trying to get it back. This Three of Cups is Cancer energy. This is about reconciliation. It's about being reunited and celebrating. The final clarifier for their first card is resurrection. It's like bringing it back to life, trying to put this connection back together, resurrect it. And now the final clarifier for their second card is about reconnecting, being reunited here. The final card in your person's energy for October 2021 Cancer is the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. This is progress being halted, like no forward movement. Things being kind of stuck right now. That could be why your person is waiting. They're waiting on things to get unstuck. Now, the other part of the meaning to this card is the whole reason the Hanged Man is hanging upside down is because he's trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to look at things from a different perspective than he would normally look at things from. A different point of view, different angles. And he's trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. These two cards are very similar in the energies. The biggest difference really is in the Hermit, you're focused in both of these on how to move forward from here. But in the Hermit, you're focused internally. You're looking at aspects of your internal self and looking at that, trying to figure out how to move forward. With the Hanged Man, you've redirected your focus from inside to the external world around you, trying to figure out how to move forward based on the things and the situations around you. So tell me more about this Hanged Man, please. Why is the Hanged Man here for Cancer's person in October 2021, please? Let's get two more. Why is the Hanged Man here? Tell me more about this Hanged Man. I know one flipped. There you are. Not surprising. Not surprising. Shit, you just can't make this up. On the bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. Again, Aquarius energy, conflict, a painful situation, like a mentally, psychologically painful situation. Argument, fight that probably ended everything. Trying to look at it from a different perspective so that they can see the opportunity that's being presented to them. I saw this on your side. You've got the Page of Pentacles on your side who carries this. This is some opportunity that's going to take work. It's going to take time, effort, and energy, and your person is trying to figure out how to get this unstuck because of the fight that happened so that they can get to this opportunity with you. Damn. There's the Tower. I knew this happened because the Star is in your energy. This is the card that comes immediately after the Tower. Card 16, card 17. This is when everything came apart. There was a fight that ended everything. That is what's got this all completely stagnant right now. And your person is looking like hell, trying to find an opportunity to bring this connection back to life, to be reunited with you and celebrate that. They've searched inside themselves, now they're searching outside themselves, trying to find the opportunity, because there was a Tower. And the Tower that took place was to the Four of Wands. This is Aries energy. I just got goosebumps really bad. Oh, shoot. The fours are about stability. This is about stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These Four Wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifestation. So we've seen the Two of Wands in your energy being at that decision point about which path leads you to the world you want. The first card in their energies, the Three of Wands, already taken steps down the path that leads them to the world they want. It just hasn't materialized yet. It just hasn't panned out yet. It hasn't shown up in the physical 3D reality yet. They're still waiting on it. The next step is this Four of Wands, though. This is the celebration of the thing that they're trying to manifest actually appearing in the physical 3D reality and having so much stability and potential behind it that they're able to celebrate that. But I'm feeling like you guys were probably very close, possibly even lived together, and all of that came apart because of a fight. Something happened in the past. I don't see really, I mean, there's hints alluding to a potential third party, but I don't really have everything I need to say for certain that there was a third party. It could have just been some other energy, like, again, because to clarify the Hanged Man, I got the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Again, the Three of Swords, Libra energy, heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. Could have been a third party romantically. Could have just been nosy family members. It could have been work getting in the way. It could have been any number of things that weren't you, that weren't exactly this person, just something affecting the connection between the two of you. Caused a big fight, caused your person to get left out in the cold and abandoned, or vice versa, caused them to leave you out in the cold and abandon you. And that's got progress halted here. And what they're trying to get to is this reconciliation energy of resurrecting the connection, being reunited and celebrating, and getting back to this Ten of Pentacles. Again, in the mutual energy between you, the first clarifier. Is this going to turn into the Ten of Pentacles that I want? Is this worth investing in or continuing to invest in? Or is it time to cut my losses and move on? You're trying to figure that out, and that's a burden to you. Your person seems like they know what they want. They're just waiting on it to happen here. And what they want is resurrecting this connection, bringing it back to life, and getting back to this maximum stability and abundance and prosperity and the happy, stable, happy home life, the family life, where both of you have combined together all your assets and resources and family into one. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Cancer love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.